It's June 14th, 2024. I got a nice morning here on the shooting range. Got a few patches out here. I don't know if they show up or not on the video, it doesn't really matter, but I've been shooting quite a bit of rifle. I have to clean those up so I can check the new ones that I shoot to see how they're doing. Anyway, what we got going on here this morning is some testing of 1858 Remington, actually a copy of one here, done by Pietta. And the appearance of this gun is a little bit non-standard, I'll say, for the Remingtons, at least the ones that have been reproduced here. This one is really neat because it's got the checkered walnut on the grip, and also case hardened frame. Not sure who imported this, if it came directly maybe from EMF or Taylor, Cimarron, or some other company imported this. I picked this up around 2014. No, it's made in 2014. I picked it up around 2020, I think. Somewhere in there. Had it 4 or 5 years now. And I don't think it's ever been shot. If it has been, it was well taken care of, clean and everything. It has a 1/18 twist barrel for a 2014 gun, so now I know that they were doing the faster twist here, the 1/16s, back that far at least. And I'm wondering what this, some are wondering what this tag thing is doing on here. Well, I've kind of gone to that system on some of my guns because writing things down on a sheet of paper somewhere and then I lose the paper, or I need to get better organized and have an actual book, I guess, on these things, but by serial number and whatever. Anyway, this one says has a 1/16 twist, has a creep in the trigger pull, and also on the back side here it says I put a peg in the hammer and fix the creep. Has around a 2 pound pull. You may also be wondering what this dowel stick is doing here in the barrel, but I checking this and finding out that there's a slight misalignment. By coming on the side like this, it stops there, and then if I move it a little bit, I can run the rest of the way down the chamber. So there may be some slight issues as far as how the ball is going into the forcing cone in here or whatever, and it may cause it to shoot not as good as I would be hoping for, but I said before, you got to work on your excuses ahead of time. Other than that, it checks out very tight as far as the lockup goes and everything. We're going to see these things will normally shoot low, so I'm thinking I may have to do something if I feel like it with the front sight on this gun. I'm hoping it doesn't shoot too far left or right, because that's a little harder to fix. Ubertis have a dovetail, possibly newer Piettas do too. I think maybe some of them have changed that now. Have a dovetail front sight. This one just has a post on it. I know the Ubertis, you can whack these a little bit left or right if you need to change the windage on them. Oh, and that's probably about it for the gun. It's a very nice looking gun. Like I say, it's got a decent trigger pull right now. So we'll see what kind of work we can do with this. We'll get her loaded up and shoot her down at the 20-yard range. Check out just how rusty these things get. Laying around here. Black powder definitely is corrosive. I'll be using about 18 grain. That's a 1.3 cc dipper here of our GoX. What we've got left of this. See the number 10 Remington cap. We've got some of those. And I'm using a 4.51 Lee round cast ball in it, and also got some of my own homebrew lube here that we'll be using to put over the ball once it's lowered down the chambers. Okay, so let's measure out some of our powder here. I'm not too fussy when I do this. Just kind of wipe these off. I'm using a funnel because that helps get the powder down where it belongs. Of course, you're going to have a hard time doing that if you're using if you're loading in the gun. This doesn't leave any kernels of powder up along the side. Somebody once, I read somewhere, said that can maybe cause chain fires if it gets crushed crushed along inside the ball or something, leaving a little powder trail. Whether it's true or not, I have no clue. I think that's 6. Let's double check that out here in the light. Okay, so we've got our powder in. I don't pay any particular attention to where that sprue flat spot cutoff is on these things. I am cutting off a little ring on these things, so that's telling me that 451 round ball is kind of working okay at least. I'll pay attention here. I don't want to ram 2 of them down the same spot. Need to work on something here to keep this back end of my tool down here. Okay, there we got our 6 down. I've rigged up a mini grease gun here to kind of save some time on the lubing. Okay, that looks good. So we get the powder ball and the lube. We'll put her back in the gun and we'll get some caps on it. Okay, I guess that's 6. Go check the target. And we got a double here. First shot, second, I don't know, third, fourth, 5. Left and right, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And not shooting that much low either, so let's load up another round, another chamber. Okay, we got our second string down there. Usually that second string will shoot better than the first one because we got oil and different things in the chambers. They're not fouled all the same, so I'll usually get a lot better or a fairly decently improved group on the second string. A little close up at the targets here. First target, we had some up and down going on for sure. Left, as far as left and right goes, I'm really happy with that, and kind of encouraged because my first chamber that I shoot with the guns a lot of times will vary up and down because of not equal fouling, some oil in there. It just seems to be the way it is. And once the gun gets the chambers get fouled up in there, then my second one will look a little better, which it did over here. Thinking that's really pretty sweet. You take a little off the front sight, maybe a little on the right hand side. Otherwise, up and down, she's just perfect at 21 yards here. So there's our second target, and I think that gun's going to be a real shooter.